Good morning. Do you ever find yourself in one of those situations where you're examining your life and your progress and you suddenly create this tremendous laundry list and this little voice inside your head goes, look at all the things I do wrong. And you kind of get that feeling where you just kind of plump your shoulders and say, whatever it is I'm working on right now just ain't worth it. Well, I was laying in bed last night and kind of thinking about, boy, I haven't been really doing this right. And boy, I've kind of slacked off a little bit here and I haven't really done there. And you kind of get the picture. And all of a sudden, this little voice in my head said, yeah, but what about all the things you do right? So I laid there for a little while and I started to think. I have an audio visual this morning. Some of you know, who follow my travels, ramblings, and meanderings, that I quit drinking diet soda a while back. And the part of the reason I did it is I happened to start reading a book called Licking the Sugar Habit. And it scared the snot out of me, what they said in there about aspartame, and aspartame addiction, and aspartame withdrawal, and aspartame poisoning. And I'm not going to get up on a soapbox or anything, but I will tell you the withdrawal from this stuff. I quit smoking 6 years ago. This was as bad as withdrawing from nicotine, but I digress. But one of the things I did right, I have my calendar here. You see all those X's marked off on the calendar? I'm sorry, I'm not real good at doing this stuff. Let me move it over a little this way. Yeah. Okay. Well, if you'll notice, tomorrow will be 3 weeks that I haven't had a diet soda. That's something I did right. Now, the other thing you'll notice is there's some little red dots there. Let me get this in perspective here. You see little red dots? Well, little red dots on the top of the X's are the days I haven't had French fries. They are my addictive food of choice. So, like if I go to get something to eat and they'll say, fries with that? And I'll say, sure, just a few fries every now and then. Well, I started looking at the fact that I would gain a half a pound, lose 2 pounds, gain 4 pounds, do all that stuff. Started looking at what I was eating, and in my mind I was thinking, well, you can have French fries once a week. Well, once a week was probably 4 or 5 times a week. So I substituted them with a salad with fresh vegetables, and I may have a baked potato. Just a little bit of butter, maybe a little bit of sour cream. If I'm in a restaurant, if at home, some plain Greek yogurt, and kind of season it with a little bit of that Italian seasoning in the shaker. It's something I did right. And I believe that the more rights you have, the easier it becomes to stay motivated. I do a lot of things right. I've been married for 37 years. That's something right. At least to me it is. Got 6 wonderful kids. That's something right. And I could go on and on and on all morning, and I'm not going to. But I give you that by way of an example, is it's kind of like building a foundation with blocks. And once you have a real solid foundation to the things you've done right, you can look back and you can build on the things you did right to create that foundation. I think it's kind of funny. People here on Spark and other people in other web communities I belong to that I know say, I would just love to meet you and Joan. I would love to sit down and talk with you. You must have the idyllic relationship. Okay? Well, one of the things that Joan and I've done right over 37 years, it's always been pretty open and honest with one another about how we feel about stuff. Yes, that means we argue periodically. And don't tell anybody, but we've yelled at one another. And I could probably make a pretty good bet that sometimes we've even cussed one another. But the openness and the honesty created a solid relationship. So you take that and you apply it to your weight loss journey, or at least I did. Okay, John, are you fooling yourself? Well, I can have french fries once a week. Well, maybe you can, but you can't have them 4 or 5 times a week. Well, I can take Sundays off from my cardio strength training program. Well, sure you can, but you can't take off Saturday and Monday too. You can, but you can't expect to make progress. Look at the good things in your life. Look at the things you do really, really well and kind of hold them up there. Ooh, there's my fingers. And examine why you did them well. Then look at them and say to yourself, I'm going to apply it here and here and here. And I promise you that once you do, little victories, little goals, little things, you're going to start to feel much better about yourself. If you start your day with 3 or 4 very, very small victories. I'm going to tell you what I did this morning. This may sound really, really crazy to you guys. I had 2 pieces of lean turkey sausage links, a Nutri-Grain waffle with some organic, no sugar added vegan peanut butter, and a bottle of water. Now, sitting on the counter from when my daughters were celebrating Memorial Day over the weekend were 2 packages of fudge-coated peanut butter Oreos. And some of you that I've gotten to know very well, you know who I'm talking about. Oreos are your downfall, just like they are mine. And I sat there eating breakfast, and I kept looking over, eating my breakfast, looking over, eating my breakfast. Who's going to know that you took one? You don't need to put it in your calorie count. I mean, it's not like the Spark guy sitting there with a jillion cameras going, aha, you had an Oreo for breakfast and you didn't track it. But I got up from the kitchen table and took care of my debris and walked downstairs to my office and didn't eat the cookie. Small victory. Small victory comes from knowing by doing what's right in the past, I'll have success in the future. And that's one thing to build my day on. Hey, John, if you could do this, what else can you do? You know, I've got some good friends here who have lost 100+ pounds, and I hope to join them one day. Well, I don't hope to. I will join them one day. I'm not there right now. I would love to run 10 miles or more one day. I'm not there right now, but I can do the small things. Joan and I took a walk at 6:30 this morning because she's off of work today. So we walked for 2.3 miles. Small things. I hope you have a wonderful day. And remember, just like me, there's all kinds of things you do right. I mean, you're here, aren't you?